Hey, what's up? This is round two of the Carta Magica February 2024 Treasure Cup, and I'm versing against a red Zoro this time. Where I think looking back at this does seem kind of like a bad matchup for me since Zoro is also a really aggressive deck that really goes wide with a lot of low bodies. And for me, who does take a couple lives just to ramp as fast as possible, it does seem pretty bad in my case. I don't know if I should even like ramp. I probably shouldn't have ramped a lot as I did in this game, but I just didn't really know the matchup too well. I didn't really. Probably should have not have taken a lot of life. But yeah, there's only so much I can do if I don't have any of the removal, and this Zoro player seems to be really good as well since he knows when to not attack, when to attack, and what cards he should take off his searchers. And they do have a lot of searchers. They have the Nami, Dadan, and Buggy. Buggy for the events, Dadan for one cost, I believe, one or two cost, and then Nami just for a straw hat. So a lot of cards they can get, and I my playstyle is just to try and get them to zero life as fast as possible. But when they're getting so many cards, right, they can just rad beam or do other things. So uh, if you can let me know what tips I should do as a purple Luffy player. I mean, there's only so much time left for the OP05 meta. I probably won't even be playing purple Luffy anymore. But it is good to know just these matchups and what to do in the future. I thought this was a pretty fun match nonetheless. Of course, my turn one play, I can't even do anything. So, uh, Zoro, immediately for their turn one, they can just put out a lot of bodies. So they already have a 2k power and a 3k power. So with Zoro's ability to just attach Dawn to give everyone plus 1k, it does make it super scary uh, instantly, especially for my leader. So for my play, I did go second, so I'm on 4 Dawn already. Um, I don't remember what I played. I think I might have ramped initially. Yeah, I think I'm gonna ramp. I think to do a Magellan play to get him down a Dawn, or it might have been a blocker. I don't really remember. But yeah, I do take a life, get a Dawn, and maybe I shouldn't have leader ability just to stay at 5 life, just stay on my normal curve. Um, Maybe I shouldn't have. Yeah, just looking back at it. Okay, I don't really know. I don't remember what I had anymore. Just played a 4-6, which is I guess okay, not the best. Uh, yeah, um, kind of unfortunate. What's for me? And then this Zoro player, he already has 3 bodies. He can swing really aggressively, just attack for me. He did swing with Zoro first, just a regular 5k, and played a Marco. Uh, yeah, and he didn't even attack with the rest because since he had to play that Marco out. But that Marco is such an annoying card that I've never knew that on KO it could every time it gets KO'd you could just trash an event to keep it alive. I did not know that. So what I do here, I just want to get rid of that Marco since it's really just an annoying card. Uh, but he really does stick around, which is really, really unfortunate since this Zoro player, he did have a lot of events on hand. I'm just swinging first a 4-6 with my Sphinx. He takes the life. It's really easy for the Zoro to take the life in this case since it seems he's in a really good position. I don't really have anything established too well. I played a Poly, and I will KO just a Buggy, um, and then I just get another Dawn. In normal scenarios against other leaders other than Zoro, this would be like a really nice play, like a really good curve for me right now. Cause next I will be going on 10 Dawn. However, this Marco is really really annoying. I only have 5 cards on hand. He has 4 swings potentially, and he can still play rush cards too, like rush Zoro, rush Luffy. He can play a multitude of other cards that are still relatively low cost, but still dealing good damage to me and my life. And of course, he has Rad Beam as potential safeties to just counter against my attacks. So once he gets down to 2 life, that's when it activates really well to get that plus 4k for him. So taking that life isn't really too bad for Zoro. And now what he's going to do is just set up his attacks right now. So now everyone does get plus 1k with Zoro's ability. And he does Brook, which is really annoying to give an attached 2 rested Dawn to another character. And he's going to swing, he's going to attach another Dawn for a 7k swing. So he's going to do a 7k swing with Dadan here. It's really, really brutal in this case, since now his Marco is also at 7k, since Zoro attached Dawn, has an attached Dawn. So that's another 7k swing. I don't even think I had a lot of counter on hand, unfortunately, which really did suck for me. So I believe I did take this life as well, which really isn't ideal in my scenario. Getting down to 2 life already isn't great at all. And then no triggers anywhere. He's gonna swing another 7, which hurts like crazy. These 7k swings are crazy. 3 7ks is just way too much for me to handle. And it's really, really just a brutal, brutal time for me. And he still has 2 down left. And I had to 4k that 7k out. I don't even think I had a 1k, so that sucked. And now he did a Magra play, which boosts a character, I believe, by like 2,000. And that's, I believe, a 6k swing. A 6k swing right there. So yeah, that is crazy with what Zoro can do. He can just flood like crazy. Oh, I did have a 1k, but it was a queen, which I didn't really want to get rid of. But I had to. It was just an onslaught. What he just did, he set up his 3 bodies initially. I KO'd one, and then he set up that Marco play. That hurts so much. And yeah, I'm in a really bad spot right now. The Zoro is just he's chilling right now. He's chilling. He has, if I can't get rid of his board, I literally just lose next turn. So I just have to get rid of his board right now. Do a regular 5 at Nami, 6 at Dadan. That's easy, just getting rid of for him since he can just flood again. I do Kaido play here. And then I didn't realize that for the Marco, I know he can just trash an event, but I didn't know you could do it multiple times. So every time I tried to kill that Marco, he would just counter out with an event. So I probably should have done. I don't know what I should have done, to be honest here. I don't know if KOing a Brook or a Magra would have been more worth it in comparison to the Marco. But yeah, for him, he's just gonna trash another event. So he's really chilling right now. And my only other attack is Kaido right now after this too. So maybe I should have just KO'd the Brook or Magra with my Kaido ability instead of hitting the Marco. I'm not entirely sure if that would have been the better play. It would have been just one less body on board, which is always nice, especially against Zoro. But yeah, he just had a bunch of events on hand. So yeah, pretty unfortunate. And then here is my realization that it's not once per turn. So I'm like, damn, it's, I'm I'm messed. I'm fucked. So yeah, he just trashes another event on hand. Yep, just another Diablo Jambe. So I can't really do much after this. I don't have any blockers established, unfortunately. I probably should have just tried to get a blocker established earlier in the game, or maybe just mulligan for like a blocker, just so it helps a little bit. I'm not too sure. It's really hard to tell given that Zoro can just flood the board very easily. Um, and then he's just gonna keep on swinging. think, yeah, he's just gonna swing now. I have to take. I don't really have much counter on hand, unfortunately. He does another 7 right here. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, I just did not have any counter. So he just swings everything with Magra, and I think just ends the game here. So that is pretty unfortunate in my scenario. Um, yeah. I'm not sure what I could have done, to be honest. So yeah, he just swings everything. I think that's pretty much game right here. He just swings, and I think it was like, yeah, I had no count. I had no counter, which sucked. But yeah, this is an L for me right here. I'm currently 1-1, one win, one loss into round two, which does hurt. Does feel bad after doing good in round one. It's not off to a great start, but hopefully I can do a little better in the next rounds. But yeah, this is round two, going into round three next, and yeah,